The mic was muted, but since you guys are here, how do I sound? If you can hear me. It looks like you should be able to hear me. Awesome. Thank you guys. The big thing I'm trying to work on right now is I'm trying to get it to output in 1440p, which is typically what I publish videos in, and it is what I would like things to just live in, both on stream and in videos, since the VOD's going to stay up. And I want it all to be in 1440, so that's kind of what I'm on here trying to play with. Yeah, see, that's the other thing. You're right. I'm on a one PC setup where most people will run the game on one PC and then use the capture card to stream off another PC. I'm streaming and running on one PC, which I don't know if that's going to negatively affect me when it comes to playing Classic WoW, because I don't know if the demands on the hardware are high enough for it to matter. But I also don't know if it affects things like stream latency. Like, when I'm watching live, it seems to be about a 4-second latency from when I move to when I see myself move. All this is new territory for me, so I have basically no idea what I'm doing. And I'm learning from Google because that's the best way to learn, right? Yeah, there was a delay set. It was, well, they set it to like a medium delay. I've changed it to the quickest connection that I can make it. And on that connection speed, it does say that I have an excellent connection, whatever they deem that worthy of. And so originally when it had the default setting, it was like a 20-second delay. It was crazy. And on this setting, it seems to just be a couple seconds. But I don't see anything where I can actually monitor that. Where I can see, you know, what my actual latency is. And I'm sure there must be somewhere. My favorite zone music? I really like the music we're listening to right now. Elwyn Forest. Sometimes a couple of the tracks on the Alliance side kind of remind me of each other. Like, I feel like the Elwyn Forest music is also the Loch Modan music, but maybe they're slightly different. I like the Barons music until the orcs start, like, getting loud. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate it. Like I said, I'm totally just testing and trying to figure out what in the world I'm doing and what it's like to try to do this and actually play the game while doing this. Seems like it would be quite a challenge. I'm sure once I'm comfortable with all my settings and everything's working, it'll probably be easier, but I have some settings to change and some things I'm going to have to move around. Assassin Gamer 94, thank you so much. Thank you for being here. Antonio, thank you, man. Thanks for being around. Hey guys. Welcome to the test. It was an unscheduled test. I just kind of got it in my head that I wanted to see how this would... I've streamed to Twitch before in the past a little bit from OBS, but I've never streamed to YouTube. It's not a real live stream. It's just a test. You guys, you can see it in the title. It's in the thumbnail too, but I don't know if the thumbnail ended up going up or not. OBS asked me for a thumbnail, but when I set it up in YouTube, it didn't seem to ask me for a thumbnail. Oh, so ultra low latency does not support closed captions, 1440p, and 4K resolution. So I wonder if I would just have to use the normal low latency and not the ultra low if I wanted it to show up in 1440p, which I do. More Horde videos. Wait, Antonio, my man, we just did 2 hardcore runs on the Druid and then on the Troll Mage back to back. We were in the Barons forever. People were starting to get sick of the Barons somehow. There's lots of Horde stuff, very recent Horde stuff. Granted, those characters are dead, so that's kind of like a spoiler, right? Serox, welcome, man. Thank you for being here. My favorite time of day to play World of Warcraft, the times when I feel most conscious. So, in the morning, and then in the evening's been really nice. I've enjoyed playing in the evening for aesthetic reasons. I like the change in the skyboxes and getting to see the zones in a different light. Literally a different light in this case. Felipe, thank you, man, and thank you for being here. I appreciate that. Am I gonna play Diablo 4? I mean, I paid them a crap ton of money, and now I have to play it. And then I had to pay them more money so that I could play it on Friday instead of playing it, you know, on the 6th. So yeah, I mean, I'm gonna play Diablo 4. I'm really hoping that I like it. In my heart, do I have a lot of hype for it right now? Not really, but that's typical for me. I don't really get hyped for things because I'm an old person. But I am going to play it. We're going to at least do the story. How old am I? That's a personal question. How old are you? How old is anybody? I'm not 40 yet, but we're close. Yeah, I don't need to build any secrecy. I'm 39. Yeah, I'm 39 years old. That's exactly right. That's as close as you can get to 40. It turns out. And it's true. I don't feel like it. I feel like a 12-year-old most of the time. So, there's that. What add-ons are we using right now? Add-ons that we're using right now, we're just using, well, we're using Immersion, we're using Questy. We have Bagnon, we have Leatrix Plus, and we have the Hardcore add-on. Am I retired? Man, yeah. I mean, I'm basically retired. No, I'm not retired. I don't believe in retiring. I don't believe that a person should retire. I believe that, you know, sometimes you obviously have to just work jobs to work jobs because that's the society that we live in. But I believe that ultimately you find something that you love to do that also generates an income that equates to what you need to live. And by doing that, I don't believe that a person needs to retire, and I don't really ever plan to retire. It's like I'll be retired when I'm dead. You know, it'd be different if I was physically incapable of working. I understand that people are often in situations where they simply can't work the jobs that they can get. But no, I'm not retired, nor would I ever be retired, I don't think. I hope that answers the question. Where am I from? I am from Michigan, originally, and that's where I live currently. The only other place I lived for any substantial amount of time was Missouri. We lived there for 7 years, 8 years. This Forest Reaper is beating on me. There we go. I want you guys to know that YouTube has told me now would be a good time to insert ads. Thanks, YouTube. I'm gonna click close now. It's a test. Were there 3 billboards outside of Missouri? I'm not sure. I'm sure there were at least as many as that. I'm doing great today, Yuval. Thanks for asking. You know, I meant to only test this for a little bit, and then I meant to go get some food, and then I meant to actually record another episode today. That was the original plan. I didn't expect people to find out that I was live. I expected to be able to somehow test like in a vacuum, but you know, vacuums don't exist on the internet. I appreciate you guys being here. It makes the test a lot more fruitful when I can actually interact with you guys, it turns out. I don't know what I was hoping to learn on my own. Oh, I'll get super hangry before I starve. Yeah. You'll know. Hiding from you is exactly what I am doing. You'll notice that I don't have a face cam. I will hide from you. You'll see. Or you won't see. Piotr, thank you. Thank you for being here, man. I appreciate that. Do I still play Retail WoW this week? No. This week I don't play Retail WoW. Do I have plans to play Retail WoW? Not really. Retail WoW, the story has gotten to a point where like they've improved their quality of writing. They've improved the way they film cutscenes. They've got some cool lip syncing and stuff going on, but the story is so boring. Even the well-written stuff about like the Black Dragon family is like incredibly just boring to me. I don't... And it's not just boring because there's no action. What I mean is like it's not compelling for me to want to really engage with it. I don't think about it when I step away from it. You know what I mean? You know how like good stories, they stick in your head and you're kind of thinking like, how is this going to turn out? What's going to happen in the future? They kind of get into your brain a little bit. Story in Retail does not get into my brain. It flees from my brain. I can't even hold on to details if I want to. It's weird. And it just comes down to the fact that like I'm not into it. It doesn't resonate with me at all. Is this hardcore? Yes, this is a hardcore test of my ability to run a stream and not immediately get killed or suffer from gross technical problems. But it is hardcore. This character could die at any moment. It turns out it's like it makes it more of a challenge to read chat and to live, but I kind of like it. Thank you guys. I ran past you in the cave. I love when I see you guys in the world. Unfortunately now I've turned my say off, my chat bubbles, so even when people say stuff to me, I realize now I never get to see it. And the reason I turned it off, I just had one too many people just call me an asshole or something just because I took a mob, or maybe they weren't even calling me that, maybe they were calling the dude next to me and I just kind of like took it personally. So I decided to turn off chat bubbles entirely so I don't have to even see the /say chat anymore. We have 100 people in here? I don't believe you. I don't believe you, and I don't know enough about the studio to actually pop that out and check it right now. Concurrent viewers 90. That's an incredible number. If I knew how to use this more, I could probably get better stats, but here we are. It's just me figuring this out in front of all you guys, which is the best way to learn a new thing. Nice, nice. It turns out I find this a lot of fun. I like being able to interact with you guys. You know, I spent like 8 or 9 years teaching classrooms for H&R Block, so I spent a lot of my time in front of people, speaking at people, just, you know, being subject to their constant evaluations. So this is kind of different because, you know, you guys don't get to see my face right now, and I feel like that's fair because I can't see your faces. And when I was teaching in person, the way I got over my anxiety was the fact that, like, you know, everyone can see me, I'm on display, but I get to see everybody as well. And streaming is a little bit different. You show your face to the world, and there's no reciprocity. We don't get it back. So I'm kind of coming to grips with that. For now, I'm probably going to be camera free. What I might do is I might hook a camera up and then, you know, turn it on to say hello and stuff, and turn it off for gameplay. I taught corporate classes for H&R Block, so basically when someone would get a new job, I would teach the new hires. So they'd get their job, they would need a couple weeks of training. I wrote and developed and I taught the training. So I would teach classes of employees, I would teach other trainers, and then they would go off and they would teach class. But yeah, it was corporate teaching, it wasn't like students. It was just teaching people how to do their job, which I feel like, you know, it felt really good to do. If you can teach somebody how to do a job and how to, you know, be successful for themselves, it was pretty good. I enjoyed it. The classroom time was tough sometimes, just being constantly in front of class, but as an introverted extrovert, you kind of just embrace it, and then you take your cool down time afterwards to kind of chill out. My face does look just like my key art, like it's basically that. Obviously I don't change different colors depending on the game I'm playing, but it's a pretty good representation. That's why I built it that way. You don't really need to see my face, it looks like that. See, what's happened here is I've inadvertently wandered into what is like a dangerous area. I'm gonna have to learn to be able to multitask a little bit better. Inventory is full. Oh, yay. Well, that's good. It's probably a good time to run back to town and stay safe, not get us killed. We would hate to die doing a test. How embarrassing would that be? Does this mean more live streams in the future? Yeah. I think it does. In my mind, I told myself I was kind of prepping for official hardcore release and just kind of holding off on streams till then. There's a couple things I'd like to figure out. Like I would really like to figure out outputting in 1440. I think that the key is if I change it to just low latency instead of ultra low latency, I think the higher resolutions become available. If I could do that, I just want it so that the content, that the VODs that get stored on YouTube, I want them to be in the same video quality as the stuff that I publish manually. So that's kind of what I want to work out before I commit to streaming a lot, just for the quality of the VODs. And then ultimately, I would probably, I kind of want to try to do like an entire character on stream and just keep the whole character on stream. So that like none of it is off stream. Not that there's ever any question of like, you know, propriety and following the rules, I don't think. But yeah, I'd like to have a character that just kind of lives on stream. I think that'd be super cool. Do I think that Hardcore Classic will become more popular than Retail once Hardcore Classic servers are released? I think Hardcore right now has more hype than Retail. I don't know how we judge popularity. Popularity is kind of a concept, so you can judge it by actual login numbers. You can judge it by just general perceived hype on the internet. So yeah, it's like there's a couple different ways to look at it. I think that right now Hardcore definitely has more hype around it than Retail does. Everybody seems to kind of feel like I feel about the story of Retail. There's a lot of that same sentiment going around. I feel like the gameplay in Retail, for people who are stuck into Retail is as good as it's ever been. But, you know, being stuck into Retail means that you probably have a guild or just a static group to play with all the time, and that's how you really get stuck into the endgame content. I feel like for solo players, if you're a person that primarily you like to play by yourself, maybe you like to play with a friend, you're probably looking at playing Classic Era. Because as much as they've done to give you world content in Retail, none of it really feels meaningful for some reason. I don't know why. That's my take on it, at least. I think that right now, Hardcore is more popular than Retail. And if it wasn't, I don't even think we would see them entertaining the idea of doing anything official.
Light bless you.
Right now I have zero plans to play Retail. I don't know if or when that'll change. But it's changed before, but yeah, I don't have anything planned for Retail right now. I'm stuck pretty hard into the Classic Era Hardcore, so it's what brings me the most joy.
Need help?
So here's this quest. I often had trouble finding this one. It must not appear until after we've escorted the Defies trader.
Go with honor, friend.
Thank you guys again for being here, by the way. It's crazy. I thought I would get on and just test in a vacuum with like myself and maybe someone would pop in, but yeah, I really appreciate it. Evan, thank you, man. Thank you for being here. Would I play the same class again? If I die like in this playthrough? Like if I died right now today? Yeah, if I died right now today, I'd probably re-roll just a Paladin, since this is going to be the last class I play on Bloodsail Buccaneers. And I think we're going to keep the same philosophy for official hardcore. Yeah, I think we're going to pick a class and we're gonna get it to 60. Will I have a donation button? If I was a professional, I would have a donation button right now. Like I said, I have a lot of, this is me testing. I have a lot of things I need to sort out apparently. Yeah, I need to go on YouTube and look up how to be a YouTube streamer. And then I probably just need to do everything that it says without questioning. Oh, coffee, man. Don't start talking about coffee, Blood Moon. My coffee's empty. I had been planning to get up. I had been just publishing a video. I wanted to do this test. And I was like, I'm going to get up and go eat. Then I'm going to come back and I'm going to record. And now here we are. I don't even know how long it's been, but it feels like it's been a little bit. Yeah, James, yes. It's like, there is a soul there, and there's like, you know, there's artists making a game, so like, they're putting something into it. It just isn't, it doesn't feel like Warcraft. It feels like what it feels like. And I think the story probably resonates with some people, but I think it's a big miss for people who've been playing the game for a long time. Especially, it's probably a miss for people like me who, you know, I got really big into Warcraft with Warcraft 3, but I also played Warcraft Orc and Humans back in the day on the PlayStation 1. I remember my friend putting in like cheat codes to get like infinite gold and stuff, and just thinking how stupid that was. So yeah, I think people who've been with it for a long time, it just doesn't seem like Warcraft anymore, and like we've been waiting for it to seem like Warcraft again, and they keep kind of indicating it's gonna seem like Warcraft again, and then it just keeps seeming like more and more like a bad Disney Pixar movie. Not a good Disney Pixar movie, of which there are tons, but just like a really bad one. And like all the parts are good. The art is good, the voice acting is good, the writing itself isn't bad. It's just that the way they put it all together and the way they convey their story through the gameplay is just, it's absent. It feels empty. It doesn't click with you for some reason. Yeah, I don't know. Like a lot of people, I keep hoping that it'll change, that one day I'll get into a retail expansion and it'll feel like Warcraft again. I just don't know if that's going to happen. Yes, Matthew, it does have something to do with it not feeling like an actual world, and I think there are a lot of things that go into retail not feeling like an actual world. The biggest thing that I get stuck on is how fast you can travel. When you can travel the breadth of an entire continent in 35 seconds, it doesn't feel like a world anymore. It feels like a video game level, because only a video game level could be traversed so quickly a world couldn't be. And so I think travel's a problem, but there's lots of problems that go into it, I think. Well, I've gotten myself into a fun situation here. Let's try to get this heal off and finish one of these guys at least. I don't want to have to lay on hands, but I will if I have to. I still feel like even today, to know what's happening in retail, I have to go to Noble's channel and just have him tell me. I feel like that's the best way. That's going to pick up all the stuff I missed that they didn't explicitly show you. It's going to explain character motivations that really aren't present that he'll insert for you. Because he's more familiar with the characters than probably most of the people who work at Blizzard right now. Yeah, leveling does need to be a part of the gameplay, definitely. And right now it's not. Right now it's something that you have to get through to play what they think is the real game, which is just instance content and world questing and just leveling up your gear. Talking too much. You know, the funny thing is, Blood Moon, I didn't plan to do this quest at all, and I wound up here just by, like, muscle reflex. And so, yeah, you're absolutely right. This is not a place that I need to be, and it's probably not a place that I should be. But that being said, we dinged level 20 at some point. And I think I'm going to start going into Divine Strength without running right into this Knuckle Duster. Yeah, in retail, leveling 1 to 60, it's just, you know, when you're just trying to get there. It's hard to care about getting immersed into any of it. The most cohesive stories that you can engage with are the BFA stories, and some of those are like decent Warcraft stories, but even they are kind of verging towards like just the cartoony inanity that doesn't really resonate with me particularly. They didn't pivot enough when they saw Final Fantasy XIV doing well. It's like they still won't go play that game and understand how its MSQ is. Because when you play Final Fantasy XIV, like, you get to be there the whole time. Nothing is done off camera. You get to experience the characters. The characters are consistent, that they change over time in consistent ways like a human being ought to do. It's like they can't learn from it, because to learn from it and take those lessons and put them into action, they'd have to have a restart basically on their entire main narrative of Warcraft. And we can kind of say that the main narrative starts when? I mean, we have a little bit of main narrative in Classic Era, but I feel like Wrath of the Lich King, they kind of start down the road that they traveled to get where they're at today. Story in Lich King was great. It's just that everything after Lich King just progressively got worse and worse and worse. Final Fantasy is an amazing game. If you like story in your RPG, and you like to see characters develop, change, and grow, Final Fantasy XIV is amazing. If you were ever a fan of any Final Fantasy game, or you liked JRPGs at any point, playing the MSQ in FF14 is worth it if you have like 250 hours to devote to it. Because I think 250 hours is like what they're at right now. They killed all the good characters. Who were the good characters? Am I going live for more than an hour today? Tactical Warrior Viking, man, this was supposed to be a test. I think it's in the... I don't even know why I'm here right now. I probably just like the sound of my own voice too much. It's probably something to do with that. Will I be getting back on the Dragonflight Mage? No, not right now. I don't have any plans to play retail right now. I gave it a college try. Many times I've tried to play retail and find some of the joy in it that I find in classic era. I try to get myself immersed in the world. You know, I read the quest, I turn the music up, and I just can't get into it. John Watson, thank you so much, man. That's incredibly charitable. Thank you. Pre-cat, yeah, anything from BC, Burning Crusade. Favorite expansion, Burning Crusade. And also expansion I got to spend the least time in. Do I have what I need for this guy? I think I do.
What's on your mind?
Yeah, there we go.
Off with you. You got my attention.
Is this hardcore? Yes, it is. Dustin, good to see you, man. And yeah, I'm still here in this area fighting these guys. You know, I tried to take myself out of it, but my hands just tilted us back in, and we're back in fighting these guys. I am gonna peel out of this little area though. Luca, thank you for being here. Yes, this is testing. It was just testing. The test is going pretty well. If it's going well. I mean, I really won't know until afterwards. What I want to check is the quality of the VOD that gets put up. It's only going to be in 1080. And that's going to, like, bother my OCD. So I'm going to get that fixed. And then, yeah, I would definitely be down for more streaming. I'm almost down to stream whenever I play. I usually can. I worry about, obviously, you know, it's hardcore, so it could be a distraction. You guys could literally get me killed, so... If you do, I won't hold it against you. It's my fault for not being able to multitask properly at that point. The bitrate could be low. Yeah, I need to look at the settings for that because in OBS I have my video settings for when I record are high. They're 1440, it's a high bitrate, and I think it set the bitrate for this incredibly low. And I literally think I didn't add enough zeros. It was like 3,000 or something, and I was like, okay, 5, but I think I needed to add. It needed to be 50,000. And I don't think, yeah, of course, yes, it is definitely the bitrate. No, it's not normal. It can be better because on YouTube you can actually stream in 1440p. You just have to have your settings right, and I don't. So that will be fixed before the next time I go live, which maybe will be later today. Maybe after lunch I'll pop back on and actually clear some content here. I did want to tackle this quest, I just wasn't quite ready mentally to do it right now. Yeah, my internet speed is really good, but what it is also is that you tell OBS to have a certain bit rate and when you're streaming or when you're recording, and you tell it what resolution to output in. So yeah, my connection's fine. I'm not going to be gated by my internet connection. Indy, thank you, man. Yeah, we're going to do more streams after this, for sure. And eventually I'll learn how to consistently play and interact with you guys at the same time. Eventually it'll be less of me just coming to a dead stop to read chat. Murlocs? No thank you. Maybe we grab this quest for the flame. Just for the Keeper of the Flame. And then we can get oil from any of the Harvest Watchers. How often am I going to stream? I don't know. I've really enjoyed this. I've enjoyed this immensely more than I thought I would. Or maybe I just been telling myself that I wouldn't enjoy this as a way to get out of doing it. I don't know. I'm complicated. You can help me not die? I don't know. There's like a 7-second delay. You guys might not be able to help me. You didn't help me have my inventory not be full, so where were you? Where were you? Falcon, thank you, man. Thank you for being here. I am all about backseating. Yeah, definitely. I wouldn't, if I didn't want backseating, there's no way in hell I'd go live on the internet, you know what I mean? I can't play on a private server because I'm on YouTube. I can't, it's against the terms of service, man. Oh, I know, it's the world we live in, frickin' capitalism. Blizzard owns WoW. They don't want people on private servers, and like, I can't really say that they're wrong. You know, they do own it. I don't know, it's just how our society works. I wish I could. Quip, what's up, man? Did I loot the tiger's eye? No, my inventory's full. I left it on the body. Did I loot the tiger's eye? I made room and then what? I left it. This is what happens when you try to read and play WoW. I'm gonna leave stuff on bodies. It's gonna get frustrating. I'll go back and get it. Wait. Do I already have what I need? Oh, I do. These are both useless, so... Inventory, Robert, your inventory's full. Did you know that? Oh, what am I gonna do about this situation? We can drop the fish. Yeah, things are working okay. It's I need to increase the bit rate, and I need to see about outputting in 1440, and then I will probably be perfectly happy. We're gonna need more space, aren't we? Yeah. Yeah, they could probably make money renting servers, but I think you, like, whenever you open your game up for people to alter and change, you just run into a lot of issues with representation of your product, I guess, is where they're at with it. And God forbid, what if somebody made a version of WoW that's better than Blizzard's version? You'd think they'd want people to just, you'd think they'd give people the tools and say, here, go to town, let's open up Classic Era for modders, and then they find the best mods and they buy them. And then they make them part of the game or part of a season or something like that. That would be the smart way to do it. Let the people who love the game and who are super big brain smart, let them make content. They're going to make amazing content. And then you take the best content and you pay them for it. And you put it in the game, and hell, maybe you even give them a job. Imagine that. Alright, we left something on a body, and maybe I won't find it now. Maybe the body vanished. Or was it on this? It was on the copper vein, wasn't it? We have one spot open. Let's see. Okay, there it is. We can get out of here. We don't need to be down here with these murlocs. Boop. Are any of you guys actually playing Wrath of the Lich King, Joyous Journeys? Have you guys, has anybody been doing that? Because when I get on Wrath of the Lich King, there's like nobody around, nobody's playing. You're only playing Wrath. Are you leveling, or do you play endgame, Indy? You just got your legendary mace, so you're endgame. I did a Slash Who and Stranglethorn and there were like 5 people in my level range. Granted, I play during the day a lot, and that's just not a popular time for people to play, obviously. But then again, I look in hardcore and it's like, okay, well, I mean, there are 50 people here in this level range. If I shrink this level range down to 18, how many people do we got? We got 26 people within one level. So, I mean, that's like 10 times as many people that were in Stranglethorn. And I thought I was on a busy server. I'm on Mankrik, US East for Wrath, and it's supposed to be a 90% horde, high population server, and maybe they're all just doing endgame stuff. I just keep running into issues with Wrath that are like conceptual issues with the game, and I can't really find purpose in playing it a lot anymore because it's kind of like that thing, like we know it's going to end, we know how it's going to end, and since for me Wrath kind of ends the classic journey, I'm like, I don't feel good about it. I really wish they'd have milked BC for a little bit more so we could have just had more time in classic. Yeah, if you're gonna play hardcore, you really have to play on Bloodsail Buccaneers right now. It's like the one place you can play hardcore. It says there's a vendor here. I don't know if I trust this. Freewheeling Merchant. Okay, let's go check out the Freewheeling Merchant. See how that goes. Gold buying seems out of control in Wrath. I mean, they added the WoW token. It's under control now, but it's under Blizzard's control. They've got the gold selling situation figured out, and that is that they're gonna sell the gold to people. They've got it. It's fine. I don't know if I want to go in here to vendor, but we gotta check this out. Okay, hi, hello, how are you? Let's take care of you. Yeah, there are a lot of mobs. You're absolutely right, and I thought we were going to have backup in here, and the other player that was in here just pieced out, I think, so... I am going to do similarly, because we are not dying today. I guess heading back to town, seeing as how I'm completely out of inventory space would be a great idea. Oh no, Dust Devil, don't you do it. Guys, I am gonna have to get off of here soon and actually go eat lunch. I love being on here, and I'm really grateful for all you guys that showed up. In the future, I should probably post it in a way that you can see it coming, I guess. I guess that's called a premiere. Yeah, I know lots of things about YouTube. Yeah, I'm gonna have lunch, and then I'm gonna look at these settings, and you might see me pop on and off live. I'm just gonna try to get my video quality to 1440 and get that bitrate cranked up where it should be. 144. Where are you guys coming from? Thank you so much. It's the middle of the day. Don't you have jobs to do? What are you doing? Am I enabling bad behavior? Illegal, have a good day, man. Take care.
Light be with you.
Yeah, this was really great. You guys really helped me get over any anxiety that I might have felt about going live. It's been really good. Two-handed sword. When in the heck did I get that? Well, let's not sell that. Let's go ahead and equip that one. You work from home, people.
For the Alliance.
The Discord link, I believe I have the Discord link in the description of most of the recent Shaman videos from Wrath of the Lich King. That should get you into the Discord. Pretty sure. It's for sure in the first few episodes. Yeah, you're right. I should go to the city. If I'm gonna step away, I could probably go to the city and bang some stuff. Absolutely.
Hey there. Have a good one.
What I was testing, Max, was just my ability to run a stream and not have it fall flat on its face for technical or personal reasons. This is on the Bloodsail Buccaneers server, which is the place to do hardcore. This is my live stream premiere, yeah. It is. It's a test that has gone on for a little while now, and I guess this would be my YouTube premiere. It wasn't intended to be a premiere, but I think it's fine. No, you can't mail anything. What are we talking about mail? No, we can't mail stuff. Nobody mail me anything. Tactical Warrior, I'm almost always right too, especially after I've seen what I've done wrong and then thought about a better way to do it. At that point, I'm practically always right. As you know, I just look back and say, yes, I should have done this, and then I am right. Even though I was wrong before, I'm practically always right. Yeah, I'd love to level with people, but it requires people to be on at the same times that I'm on, and I don't know that there are lots of people who can play as much as I do. And yeah. But yeah, I would love to do a duo or a trio one day. I'm gonna get my wife to play WoW again. She played during Mist and got like really big into it, leveled a hunter completely on her own. But you know, then like real life and different priorities and... I would say it's pretty successful for the first stream. Yeah, it's hard to believe there's 140 of you guys in here.
Can I help you?
Alright, that's the vendor. I am going to go to the bank. You can see how I just kind of wander around. This is why I don't use my cell phone in real life when I'm out of the house, because this is what would happen. I would be on my cell phone and I would just get lost in random places. Keep that thing tucked away. Sixes, man, you shouldn't have stopped playing them because they said summer, and you'll notice that they haven't given us a date yet. Summer goes all the way until September 20th.
Need help?
You had time. There's still time. You get on to that character and level it. Because there's still time. I need to visit a miner and learn how to smelt some of this stuff. But for now, I think I have to just put all this in the bank because I have not been keeping up with it and I just want inventory space right now. Okay, that looks a lot better. Let's get that. Let's get that.
Go with honor, friend.
Alright, guys, I hate to go. This has been a blast. But I have to eat, I have to step away for a bit, and I'm going to come back. I'm going to come back a little bit later once I get fed and I sort out some of the technical stuff here with OBS. Like I said, you might see me pop on and off a couple of times while I'm getting that sorted out. But yeah, I'm going to be back. Thank you guys so much for being here. It's incredible. I really, really appreciate you guys. And yeah, I'll leave it there. It turns out it's harder to end a stream than it is to end, you know, a video. But I'll leave it there, guys. Thank you all so much, and I will be back soon, and I will see you then. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. I'll see you later. Bye for now.